I know it's early. I know it's early. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday. Shout out to Norbit. We got to get it in where we can fit it in. So we got a morning stream. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Shout out to Ali Ya. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. You already know they talking about Ashlee, Janae, Robinson, and everybody has their theories, and now the news has caught wind of it, so it's going to be a thing. Now, whether or not there's an issue with the boyfriend, the fiance, whatever you want to call him, we shall see. We shall see. But the problem, in my eyes, is that this stuff is happening in other countries, and I really think that people think that other countries work the same as the US of A. US of A is very, very easy and lenient for a lot of daggone people. When that dude was asking yesterday when we watched that older guy that was saying how if it's so racist here, why people fighting to get in here? And my question is that if it's so racist, of course, why aren't people fighting to get out? At the same time, everybody try and go out and visit all these places. Are they looking into any of the laws and what's going on and the climate? Which, when you're on a ship, you really don't have to worry about that, because if it's something going on, they're not gonna go there anyway. They will change a route in a heartbeat. So a cruise ship, if there's an issue, good morning, boo. Thank you. If there's an issue, they'll reroute you. They will reroute you. At the same time, if there's an issue on the boat, they will reroute in order to get your ass on up off of there too. So going direct is completely different. But at the same time with this case, like every time these things happen, when it seems like it's somebody who is allegedly divested, I'm gonna just say allegedly, that other people try to act like they don't, well, not even, I don't even think it's an act. They don't know it. They don't know about it. So it will come as a surprise that people are saying, oh, no, what are you talking about? Morning, boo. Y'all make sure you go to work and be on time. I appreciate you. That they don't know, like, there's a whole thing on the internet where they're saying we don't want nothing to do with insert group, and we divested away from them and they ain't ish and talk all that trash. So then when something like this happens, they be all surprised talking about probably allegedly, I don't know, but I just can't imagine. They were just like, they knew that somebody was sitting around here saying that you ain't ish or black men ain't ish, because that's always it, because y'all ain't shit anyway. You already know your sassy straights. Is always when people start talking about it, people are like, this is not the time. This is not the time. Well, it was the time when they was saying this stuff. It was the time when they was out here putting up they tweets, they twits, their posts, and anything else. And then God forbid something happens, then everybody's supposed to ignore all that. Everybody's just supposed to ignore all that and keep it moving. Of course, when it's the other way around with y'all, it doesn't matter. Y'all already know, right? So I'm just trying to piece together what's going on now that I see that this situation is in the area, meaning it is here in the tri-state area is what we call it, Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. So it looks like the family is in Delaware. So I wonder if Dr. Umar will reach out and try to do anything. Child, let me stop. Let me get you an update on something else before we start with that, though, because I don't want to let anybody miss the fact that on that one cruise ship, you remember the brother maybe allegedly had did something to Anna Kepner, I think her name was, and then stuffed her somewhere. And they was out here talking about, we don't know what happened. Oh my God, what happened? Child, like none of this is a surprise. So the stepbrother of Florida teen charged with red rum after cruise ship death.
Host Mike Page continuing to cover top stories that we have been following and headlines all over the country. Next up, takes us out to Florida for an investigation into a cruise ship death. The Anna Kepner investigation has made a turn now. A new indictment just released, and it has the 16-year-old brother as now a suspect in the case here. So for more on this,
profound. They did their work. Profound.
we want to go out to Florida. Fox 35 Orlando's Marie Edinger joining us here with the latest in this investigation.
Good afternoon. So we've learned a lot just in this past day because all of these records that we've been wondering about for months now were just unsealed. This is a case that we've been following since November. We knew about a month ago or so that there was some movement in this case and that Anna Kepner's stepbrother, Timothy Hudson, was certainly being looked at as primary suspect. We know now that he was formally charged and indicted, not just for her murder, but also for her rape. And he is now being charged as an adult. These are crimes that federal prosecutors in these newly unsealed documents say were willful. They say it was malicious and premeditated. Anna Kepner was 18 years old, a cheerleader at Temple Christian School.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was. My bad. I was saying that if you couldn't get them their own room, boys and girls separate, along with parents separate, that would be 3 rooms, then you can't afford it. Or you could have put the mother in the room with the girls and the father in the room with the boys. They sitting up here putting stepbrothers and stepsisters together. What the hell? What? That don't even sound like it makes sense. It sounds like you couldn't afford the trip, then you shouldn't have went. Or you should have did it with mom and the girls and dad with the boys. Especially when they already knew that he was half damn crazy, allegedly, and obsessed with her. So they set her up. Remember, her mother ain't issue either because she lived with her father and his new wife, which is the mother of the kid that's charged. And remember when this happened, that mother of that kid that was charged called his actual father then talking about, oh my God, there's a problem. You got to help. Child, another kid served up. In my opinion, another kid served up.
Who hoped to go on to the University of Georgia. Her friends say she was bubbly, stylish. The U.S. government says her stepbrother raped her, strangled her, then hid her lifeless body underneath a bed in their shared room on a cruise ship during a family vacation. It took almost 3 months to bring charges forward, then another 2 for a judge to say her stepbrother would face those charges as an adult in federal court.
Only in the most heinous of acts does the FBI actually decide to move a juvenile, in this case a 16-year-old, to adult court.
Jennifer Coffendaver is a retired FBI special agent. She's been keeping a close eye on this case, wondering whether the feds would charge Anna's stepbrother as an adult.
It's a big decision, and it's actually quite rare.
The stepbrother has been occasionally under his father's care, but mostly living with an uncle in a home with other minor children.
Okay, so he kind of lives with his dad. Don't sound like he lived with his mom. So he was just on the vacation, and they said, yeah, we'll just go ahead and let them all share a room together. He basically lives with aunts and uncles. Why he's 6'10", why he not living with either one of y'all? Y'all already crazy. And then they're bringing child, this is pissing me off already.
Jana's stepbrother as an adult.
It's a big decision, and it's actually quite rare.
The stepbrother has been occasionally under his father's care, but mostly living with an uncle in a home with other minor children, court documents say. The prosecutors want that release revoked, accusing him of the most serious, egregious, and violative crimes one person can inflict upon another, done without any warning or apparent relational strife to a person he was being raised to view as a sibling within a supportive family environment. The attorneys are
clearly it was not a supportive family environment. These reporters ain't shit.
Argued there are no conditions that would keep him from being a danger to others, aside from being behind bars until his trial.
This was no
So they want him to be free. Child, you can't make it up.
fight. This was no manslaughter. This was something that was extremely deliberate, something that was planned, and something that was premeditated. Somebody that is capable of that is certainly a danger to the community.
Hello?
Anna's stepbrother, Timothy Hudson, did have a right to argue against being charged as an adult here, but he chose to waive that right and skip his trial. As for the push to have him put behind bars until that trial actually happens, his attorneys have 1 week to file a response, so that'll be due next Monday. It's April 20th. Live in Brevard County, Marie Edinger.
Marie, thanks so much for those updates. Yeah, such a huge story that's really made waves in November, now coming more to light today. We appreciate it, as always, right here.
Finally. This is, oh my God. Rest in peace to that child, though. Anyway. I'll be watching that for sure. This is ridiculous. It looks like, let me show y'all this before I get into the other thing, because it looks like, you know, all these people that out here fighting for the illegals to stay. We want them here. We want them here. It's not right. When we know it's damn Donald Trump syndrome, Trump derangement syndrome. This channel here, Nelk Boys, it looks like they was trying to drop off some illegals and they kind of changed their mind. It says dropping illegal immigrants off at rich liberals' house. So you would do anything for them?
Do anything for like all the illegals
I think
and
we
stuff.
have to be fair.
Guys, this is great. I think we found a new home for you guys.
What guys?
There you go.
Is that your bus?
Yeah.
I don't understand what this is all about.
The immigration. They're gonna move into your house.
They are not.
What do you mean? You just said you wanted to support everyone, though.
Okay, I don't.
No, they're
Guys,
not
we
violent.
got a
They're
new
not
house.
violent. They're good. They're
Oh no,
like
hop it!
What? Wait, she looking scared. How's she scared? This is what she want. This is what she want. You want to help them out, y'all?
Like just like you guys did before.
Thank you very much.
Can they stay for dinner? Wait.
Sorry.
Well, we have your signature. You guys got to drive back down south.
Back to Home Depot.
So you would do anything for like all the illegals
I think
and
we
stuff.
have to be fair.
Guys, this is great. I think we found a new home for you guys.
What guys?
There you go.
Is that your bus?
Yeah.
I don't understand what this is all about.
The immigration. They
Listen to the music. They play that on GTA, Grand Theft Auto.
they're gonna move into your house.
They are
Yeah.
not.
What do you mean? You just said you wanted to support everyone, though.
Okay, I don't.
No, they're
Guys,
not
we
violent.
got a
They're
new
not
house.
violent. They're good. They're
Oh no,
like
hop it! Like just like you guys did before.
Thank you very much.
Can they stay for dinner? Wait.
Sorry.
Well, we have your signature. You guys got to drive back down south.
Back to Home Depot.
So you would do anything.
What the hell's going on at Home Depot? I find it funny. I hate that phrase, but isn't it interesting how they got all this liberal white woman? This is what we want. It's not right. How dare Trump do this? They should be able to stay. Give them reparations. Give them whatever they want. Oh, you want to help? Yeah, I want to help. Oh, can they come stay with you? Every single time. Every single time when it's time to say, let's go ahead and have them come into your neighborhoods. I promise you they're going to be out there protesting that. Let them come stay with you. I ain't got no room. You can't even give up a dinner. Yeah, nah, I'm not about to do all that. So guess where they're going to end up, y'all? Y'all already know where they're going to end up. But the haters and hate listeners and the people who are fighting for them, thinking that they're doing something for somebody when all you're doing is hurting yourself or hurting people like you, they're going to be right in the community. They're going to put them right in the community. And then y'all going to be looking around like, what happened? You're fighting for your own demise, you dumbish people. It doesn't make any sense. How come you don't see it? Your Trump derangement syndrome is going to have these people in your neighborhood, and then you're going to be mad because they're going to get all the benefits because you see and hear that these people are willing to give them anything that they want, all in the name of sticking it to Donald Trump. That is it. None of it makes sense otherwise. None of this makes sense otherwise. And we've seen not only this lady before, we've seen other people. Yeah, they should stay. They out there cheering. They out there saying, but at the end of the day, when it comes time to do something, they say, oh no, y'all got that. Oh no, y'all got that. But keep following behind jackasses, the D9ers and the boule. Because y'all think that they know everything. Y'all think that they got your best interest at heart, and all y'all doing is fighting for your own damn demise. And here's yet another example of white women that really ain't down for your damn cause. They just like to create chaos. But the problem, the problem for y'all is that they have some place to go and they get to say no. And guess who gets stuck holding the bag? Then y'all gonna turn around and say that it's racism. I mean, I don't know what the hell it is that y'all be thinking. I don't know what it is that y'all be listening to. And I don't understand how you cannot see, especially in Chicago, when they specifically had them right in y'all's neighborhoods. They had them right in the black neighborhoods in New York as well. I mean, they had them in Manhattan. But then they wanted to go ahead and change them out. Then they started protesting. They was giving them money. They was giving them food. They was giving them everything. And y'all are fighting for these people to stay after these states gave y'all the bill to pay it back. It's mind-boggling how dumbish. It's mind-boggling how dumbish dummism that's going around today, y'all. Good morning, God of the Sea. Shout out to all of y'all. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Steph Curry. Oh no, we don't want no a low income housing project anywhere near us. And do y'all think that they not gonna get what they want? You think that these rich people ain't gonna get what they want? Okay, keep thinking that. And guess who's gonna be stuck holding the bag yet again? Anyway, we already know. Not knowing how crazy these white women. I think black women do. I'm sorry. I think they do because they keep falling for the same shit. The play is the same. Don't nothing change. And yet they continue to think that they're doing something to hurt somebody. It ain't doing nothing but hurting themselves. But anyway. All right, StreamYard. Hold on a second, y'all. StreamYard is StreamYard. Let's look at this one. We'll get into this Ashlee Janae stuff because, like I said, it's definitely a thing. But like I said, I'm telling you, these family members don't be knowing about no divestment. They don't be knowing about how people be saying shit. You think that she said that mess to her father? Or maybe she did, child, because they look like they, no shade, look like they could be D9ers. Allegedly. Black women aggressive crazy, white women manipulative crazy. There's the distinction. All right, shout out to Critical Speaks here on Instagram.
Spoke to the family of Ashlee Robinson. She's the 31-year-old influencer who was on vacation with her fiance celebrating her birthday. He actually proposed on the trip, but something crazy happened. She was having a good time. Her family said she was very excited to be there, shared pictures with the family, FaceTimed them when she was proposed to. But they released a statement saying that Ashlee was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to a local hospital where her death was confirmed hours later. I spoke to Robinson's parents. Here's some of what they had to say.
It doesn't make any sense. She was traveling with her, with her boyfriend, and he was taking on what was supposed to be a celebratory trip to celebrate her birthday that was coming, and they were in a gorgeous place in Africa and happy. Everything that we knew was that she was supposed to be happy and she was engaged. She celebrated her birthday thereafter, and then she's just gone. We're confused about how that could change so drastically.
What can you tell us in terms of how you found out, and have you spoken to her fiance?
I was initially contacted by him to let me know that something had occurred and that she was in the hospital, but it was very limited communication and not with a lot of detail. I asked him, when it happened and where it happened, and he told me that something had occurred 11 hours prior to when he was reaching out to me.
We found out that our daughter had passed from the hotel. The fiance did not reach out to us at all.
Do you believe that Joe?
He said the fiance? Why did he not call him? What is his name? Joe, James, something like that? The fiance is what he said.
Joe McCann had something to do with your daughter's death?
We don't
want
have, it's under investigation, and we don't know what went on.
It's under investigation, and like we said, we just want transparency. Just let us know.
I want to make sure that everybody is fully aware that she was a light. She was a light. She was a beautiful person, and this doesn't align with who she is.
Understandably, the family really didn't want to talk about Joe McCann, the man who proposed to their daughter. When you go online, you can see he's the CEO of Asymmetric, which is a venture capital company that invests in crypto companies. But the point is, the family wants answers. They don't understand why they haven't been able to reach Joe. They don't understand why he wasn't more forthcoming about what exactly happened to their daughter. And it's why they said they're speaking out. Next steps for them, they said, is trying to get to Zanzibar so they can get to the bottom of what happened. I just spoke to the family of
Joe McCann. Joe McCann. Who is Ashlee's fiance? Why is he not home with them? Why is he not over there? Why does the father call him her fiance? Why is he not calling him Joe? Does that make sense? I feel like this is a little weird. Let's see what Yahoo says. Is crypto a thing still, y'all? Who is Joe McCann? Asymmetric crypto founder faces red rum charges in Tanzania. Since when? What's the date of today? Today, this is the 13th, and today is the 14th. Let me see what it says. Ashlee Janae, a Miami-based lifestyle influencer, was found deceased in a luxury hotel in Zanzibar with her fiance, Joe McCann, founder of Asymmetric, stating she died by self-deletion. Tanzanian police have classified the death as a self-deletion with no foul play indicated so far, despite public accusations of foul play. I love how the public knows everything. They wasn't there. Foul play from Janae's friends and family who strongly reject the self-deletion. But again, it's another country. So what you think about here and what they do there are definitely different things. And Trey, that's what I'm saying. Did the fiance ever meet her parents? Shouldn't he be saying, I'm going to ask your daughter to marry me? Shouldn't they have been over each other's houses? Shouldn't he have come for Christmas dinner? It sounds like they don't know who the hell he is. He still would be, Joe was just here. Joe, I don't understand. Joe, you're supposed to protect my daughter. And he's in charge of a crypto fund. Asymmetric is the fiance, 31-year-old Miami-based lifestyle influencer. So I guess that was her job, was to be an influencer. The couple had been on what was described as birthday engagement. McCann is one of the most recognizable names in institutional crypto, a hedge fund CEO backed by Mark Andreessen and Chris Dixon, a fixture at major conferences and a loud, opinionated voice on everything from Solana's trajectory to macro trends and digital assets. I don't know what the fuck that means, child. Yeah, I could be speaking Chinese as far as I'm concerned. What do y'all know about crypto and all this stuff? I know nothing. His involvement in a high-profile case and the public accusations of foul play from Janae's friends' family strongly reject the self-deletion, have sent a visible shock through the venture capital and crypto communities. So why ain't he out here talking to nobody? Why ain't he out here talking to the family? Just like when this happened with Shanquella, well, something similar happened with Shanquella. Those kids just said bye and just left. I feel like you definitely got something to do with it, allegedly, but that's what it seems like to me. Why are you just leaving? You ain't staying to say, oh my God, we want to know what needs to be done. This is not right. This is my friend. This is my sister. None of that. Now, I don't know if Joe has come back to the US, but if he did, and I know it'd take a while to get there, right? Why wouldn't he go to the parents' house? Oh my God, I can't believe this. How could this happen? We was arguing about, you don't want to go talk to him. You don't want to go give him no information. You don't want to help with no closure. You don't want to do nothing. You just want to get back to work? Allegedly, I don't know what he's doing. My glove says self-deletion in other countries can mean case closed. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. I think that's what it means. I mean, they probably got to go there to get the body. But here's the other thing. I'm gonna just say it, okay? Other people won't say it. We seemingly have a problem with Black people being upset with everybody in government, everybody that's white, right? So if you go to, in this case, Africa, and you want the government to help you, what do you think they might think by you saying that? Now, we already know that Roland's going to say that it's racism. I like to say that if you ain't effing with me, don't turn around later on and ask me to be effing with you. Does that make sense? So this is why I'm like, people don't be thinking ahead. You never know when you gonna need something or somebody while you sitting around trashing people. Because what if it's like, yeah, well, there's nothing we can do. Yeah, well, there's nothing we can do. They're gonna say it's racism. I'm telling you, allegedly, I'm pretty sure that's what it's gonna be. But remember that you got enough people that are dogging out the administration. Not saying that he's even in charge of it, but as a whole, everything's equated to Donald Trump. And then they turn around and say, yeah, case closed, there's nothing we can do. Child, whatever. Anyway, the fund operates on what industry calls a key man structure, meaning McCann's judgment, relationships, and decision-making are the product. He in charge. Think of it like a law firm built around one-star partner. The firm doesn't function the same without them. That structure, which is common in crypto VC, blah, 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 blah. What are Joe McCann accused of? Who wrote this shit? Yahoo sucks. Joe McCann and Ashlee were in Tanzania, blah, 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 blah. No red room charges have been filed against McCann or anyone else. The specific circumstances surrounding Janae's death have not been fully detailed in public reporting beyond the official self-deletion determination, and the investigation is described as ongoing. You know what else investigation is described as ongoing? Jana Robinson. You know what else is classified as ongoing? Them two heifers that was allegedly raped in the Bahamas from off of the cruise ship. Everything is ongoing. You remember those people that traveled to Mexico, and they was allegedly going for some surgery, if I'm not mistaken, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, the cartel comes through, kidnaps a couple, deletes one, and then all of a sudden they get let go. I wonder if that's still under investigation. There'd be a lot of investigation with no damn answers as far as I'm concerned. But child, what do I know? So Hollywood Unlocked got a couple things, even though I think we may have seen this. Maybe we can hear it better. Parents of late influencer Ashlee Janae continue demanding answers from Zanzibar officials and her fiance, who claim he found her unconscious after a dispute. So don't forget that they had a fight right after the proposal, that they had to be separated. So in my mind, and this is just my opinion, in my mind, you're putting all this stuff up for the internet because you got to influence, right? More than half of this shit looks staged. Staged is the word. All of it looks staged. She got her out there feeding a giraffe in high heels, child. Who the hell do that, right? Pictures, video, all for the influence. And people be falling for it. What if the proposal was part of the staging, allegedly? You got the poor lion saying, I'm tired of this shit. You don't pay me enough. Then it's the, will you marry me? But there's no voices. We didn't hear anything. It's just a show, another cover off, I guess you would call it. Oh my God, this is wonderful. I'm so happy. Then all of a sudden, y'all in separate rooms fighting. It don't make sense to me. A lot of stage shit. Everything, even when they were showing that one video where they were like, we want to go for tacos, and they all keep shrugging, both of them keep shrugging and whatnot. See, a lot of people won't be trying to pay attention to the fact that it's not real. It is a freaking show. It's a show. So maybe they didn't really get along after some sort of a time, but the show must go on. Allegedly, the show must go on, right? Because if this is how you make your living, and this is getting the people to follow you, which is getting you paid, the show must go on. And we're showing a lifestyle that is the best lifestyle ever. And there's so many women that love this, and they think that this is the best of the best of the best. And I got to have a white man in it. But the dad's talking about the fiance. Child, none of this makes sense. None of this making sense.
He did not reach out to us at all.
Do you believe? He did not reach out to them at all. So the kid, their kid, let me say it right. So their kid is taking on up out of here. Y'all knew she was going over there with her fiance. Shout out to Mrs. Smaller Roses. Thanks for being here, boo. And thank you so much. Shout out to all of y'all. Please make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. So you know your kid was going out of the country to celebrate her birthday with her white man, and y'all don't even call him Sonny Boy, Joe, JM. Y'all don't tell him nothing. Y'all I mean, you can't stop her from going, of course. But he ain't been over for Christmas. They've known each other for a year. He wasn't here for last year's birthday. He ain't come over for Easter. Y'all didn't celebrate no holidays together. Y'all didn't do anything together. Okay. It's me, child. It's me.
Believe that Joe McCann had something to do with your daughter's death?
We don't
want
have, it's under investigation. And
that dad was ready to say something and the mom cut him off.
We don't know what went on.
It's under investigation, and like we said, we just want transparency. Just let us know.
I want to make sure that everybody is fully aware that she was a light. She was a light. She was a beautiful person, and this doesn't align with who she is.
Understandably, the family really did. I just spoke to the family of Ashlee Robinson. She's the 31-year-old influencer who was on vacation with her fiance celebrating her birthday. He actually proposed on the trip.
Child, performative. I'm telling you, that line went through a lot that day.
But something crazy happened. She was having a good time. Her family said she was very excited to be there, shared pictures with the family, FaceTimed them when she was.
I don't know if you can see, but she got heels on. Now, I ain't never been to Africa, okay? Pretty sure when I'm out there, I'm not going to be wearing heels. And I wear them, okay? But I'm pretty sure if I'm out here, I'm not going to be wearing heels. I'm just saying. But this is what you have to, it says the credit is Ashlee Janae Instagram. Excuse me. You got to be on. You got to be on when you're selling a life, an alleged life like this. It's so great with Joe. If Joe is the best, he provides everything. Look what he did. Now he's asking me to marry him on this wonderful trip to Zanzibar, the motherland. Okay.
Proposed to. But they released a statement saying that Ashlee was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to a local hospital where her death was confirmed hours later. I spoke to Robinson's parents. Here's some of what they had.
Everything that we knew was that she was supposed to be happy and she was engaged. She celebrated
She was supposed to be happy.
her birthday thereafter.
Wait, this sounds like the mom didn't know that he was going to propose, so he didn't come and ask y'all. So y'all really didn't know him.
And then she's just gone. We're confused about how that could change so drastically.
What can you tell us in terms of how you found out, and have you spoken to her fiance?
I was initially contacted by him to let me know that something had occurred and that she was in the hospital, but it was very limited communication. And
why is it limited to communication? He should be on the phone with you all damn time, every second, every moment, giving you updates, FaceTiming you, telling you what's going on with your kid, the woman he loves, the woman that he wanted to marry, his baby, the person that she wanted to have kids with. Where's all that at?
It's under investigation, and we don't know what went on.
Well, Ashlee Robinson, she actually was raised locally in South Jersey, and now her death in Zanzibar is making headlines across the world. Well, today we spoke to her family in Delaware, who say they aren't getting answers from her fiance or officials in
They aren't getting answers from her fiance. Well, that don't sound right.
Tanzania about what happened to her.
Uncertainty, mystery, anger, sadness. It's like a part of me has just been taken away.
My daughter Ashlee, she's no longer here with us, and we're trying to find out why.
On April 5th, influencer Ashlee Robinson, who goes by Ashlee Janae on Instagram, was celebrating her 31st birthday in Zanzibar, Tanzania. She was on the vacation with her boyfriend of 1 year, who popped the question just 2 days before.
She was starting the next chapter of her life. She called us and FaceTimed us to share with us her travel. We believe that they were.
Well, Ashlee Robinson, she actually was
in love We believe that their relationship was genuine.
Ashlee's
No, well, they believe that they were in love. There you go. Well, maybe they do know each other. Maybe they're just mad.
mother says she never would have expected that less than a week later, her daughter would be dead. On April 8th, she says Ashlee called saying she and her fiance got into an argument and were moved to separate rooms. The next day, she received another call, this time from her fiance.
He told me that Ashlee did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital. I said, what happened when? And he told me it had been 11 hours prior.
Hours later, the luxury resort the couple was staying at called saying that Ashlee passed away. According to
So the resort called to say that Ashlee, the luxury resort, y'all, they keep saying the luxury resort called to say that she passed away.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself.
She was not just going to be discarded and forgotten about.
And the family, as you just heard, they are just desperate for information. They tell us that they are requesting surveillance footage from the resort. They also say that they have contacted police, the consulate, and embassy and have not heard back. No,
the American embassy, y'all. Remember what I said, the American embassy. So when people out here wilding out and doing shit and think it might not affect you one day, well, it just might. Everything is racist and, you know, no one does anything for Black people. How could you? I'm not saying that that got anything to do with it, but I'm just saying it definitely don't help. It definitely don't help. It's just like defund the police, defund the police. Then you go and you call the police and say, what happened? What happened?
Action News, we also tried to contact Ashlee's fiance, and we also did not get a response. The family says their next steps are going to Zanzibar themselves to try to get answers. We're live in the satellite.
This is all a game. I'm not talking about what happened to her. This is all a game. And you dumb isms be falling for it. Oh, that's great. That's great. This is just not typically how this shit happens. They are selling a dream, and there's many people that fall for this ish. I'm waiting for mine. This is a, and you know I hate to say it, this is a quote unquote Cinderella story. Oh, we met a year ago and everything is everything and he's rich and I'm rich and now we go to Africa, back to the motherland, and then I get proposed to with a lion in front of me and ciao. All right. So yeah, so that's that as far as she's concerned. Let me go and take a look at I don't feel like dealing with TikTok, but there was another dude whose wife, I guess they went to the Bahamas and now she ain't come home and they let him go. I don't know about this. Brian Hooker, what a name. An American man who told investigators his wife fell overboard and vanished in rough waters in the Bahamas has been released from custody without charges after being arrested in Child, they're just going to keep taking people over to other places.
New at 11 tonight, the husband of a woman who was reported missing in the Bahamas after going overboard on a dinghy has been released from police custody. Brian Hooker's attorney says he is free to leave the Bahamas. Hooker claims his wife of 25 years, Lynette, fell into the ocean while they were boating back on April 4th and that she was swept away by the current. His attorney also claims police have not provided an update on the search for his wife.
Damn! So she was out on a dinghy and she fell over and you was like, all right, I'll see you. Goodbye. I'm not trying to be rude, y'all, but some of these stories are crazy. Some of this mess is out fucking rageous. The other countries don't work like the USA that y'all be hating so much. The other countries don't work like that. They just said you can go. So Reaper sent me the Michael Prewood ain't shit, okay? Between you and One True. Reaper sent me the story about this other girl Lord have mercy. So somebody named Denisha Delancey went on a vacation to St. Martin. Well, I didn't make it, but prayers that I would have come back, but I wouldn't have been taken up out of here by no man. Denisha Delancey went on vacation to St. Martin with her sisters and tragically passed away after unknowingly hooking up with a wealthy goodbye. Hooking up with a wealthy DRUG lord who had a $1 million bounty on his head, and both have passed away. Yeah, they making that YouTube friendly. What in the effing?
Trigger warning, this is a very sad story. Once again, trigger warning, this is a real sad story that happened between a woman and a man on vacation. Okay, so let me read this. So sad. Denisha Delancey went on vacation to St. Martin with her sister and tragically passed away after unknowingly hooking up with a wealthy rug lord who had a $1 million bounty on his head. Both have passed away. So this is the story. Denisha went on a trip with her sister, right? St. Martin's. They got an Airbnb. It was nice. They was chilling. Apparently, they went out to the club that night because they were.
You know what? I could never stay in an Airbnb, y'all. I just feel like they be finding cameras and shit. Y'all, take me to the hotel. Girl, you wanna come to my hotel? Yes. Send me to the Hilton. Okay. I'm not staying in no Airbnb.
Turned up and they had a driver. They went to the club and they met this man there. This guy right here.
You went to the club and met a man. Okay.
He turned up in the club with them. He must have been throwing big money, okay? Because apparently Denisha kind of liked him. He took them home. They told the driver.
I guess, you know, you want to have a good time on vacation. Take a person you just met in the club 3 hours ago back to the Airbnb, right?
For now, we don't need you. He gonna take us home. When they got home, her sister and whoever else they went with went back in the Airbnb. She decided to go back out with the man. Now, unbeknownst to her, she riding with a rug dealer. And the island got money on his head. $1 million.
So, child, they got rug dealers out there in San Martin too. Lord help your people.
So her sister wake up or later in the night, she start getting suspicious, and the driver called and say, "Oh, I just wanted to make sure everything was good with y'all." And she said, "You know what? Everything is good with us, but my sister, she went back out with old boy that we seen at the club, but they ain't come back."
Because you don't go out with people you don't know by yourself. And you don't take them back to where you live. You enjoy your night there at the club and you take your driver and carry your ass home.
Then the driver find the time to tell him, "Oh, that man is a rug lord. They got money on his head. Why you ain't say shit before, Cletus?"
Oh, now all of a sudden it's his. Now it's all of a sudden his fault, not the person that went out with a man that they didn't know, that they just met, not the person that brought him back to where she lives, not the person that said, "We're going to dismiss you because we're going to ride with him." Goodbye.
Huh? So come to find out, police officers call, say, "Yo, the car flipped that they was in. It's a man and a woman occupying it. And both of them is unalive." Well, apparently it ain't had nothing to do with the car wreck. It was a hit. Okay. Prayers go out to her family because they had her funeral in Miami, man, and she had to get shit back to the States. But this is why y'all got to sit still on these vacations. Don't be minding vacation business. Your ass there to enjoy yourself. People living their lives. Prayers go out to Denisha Delancey and her family.
Child, let me keep getting up on that ship. I'm gonna stop for a few hours and carry my ass back on there. Cause these people crazy. You already know I think everybody's crazy, but these people is really crazy. Let me give you this one, child. This is more about her. Child, this is crazy.
Denisha Delancey from Miami, who traveled to St. Martin with her sister and friends to celebrate her birthday. After meeting local businessman Quincy Sylvester at a nightclub, she stayed with them when her group returned to their Airbnb. Hours later, their vehicle was ambushed and overturned, resulting in the deaths of both Sylvester and Delancey at the scene. Police obtained nightclub surveillance footage showing unidentified individuals tracking Sylvester before the shooting, suggesting a premeditated execution. Authorities suspect Sylvester, a Trinidadian national, of using his...
Oh, no. Oh no, not a Trinidadian. Oh Lord, gotta be more careful, chat. Gotta be more careful.
Execution. Authorities suspect Sylvester, a Trinidadian national, of using his PVC pipe business as a front for drug trafficking and having connections to organized crime. Delancey, who had no criminal history, was likely an unintended victim caught in the targeted hit. While one suspect has been arrested, others remain at large as the investigation continues. This is truly a sad story, and it's crucial for women to exercise caution when meeting strangers, regardless of their location.
You mean to tell me that you should be cautious in another country and meeting people and not being alone with them and not going back to where they live or letting them come back to where? What? What a concept.
Or financial status. The enjoyable time they had together was not worth the risk of losing her life. Many people in the comments have expressed their frustration, questioning why their sister allowed her to leave or suggesting that she should have gone with her.
Hell no. So then that means that the sister would be taken on up out of here too. Do you see how these people come through with these crazy ass reasons to absolve a person who made the decision to do things that with common sense that you shouldn't have been doing? So now it's the sister's fault for not going so she could be taken on up out of here. Then it's the driver's fault for not telling them because it's his responsibility, not yours, to say, you know what? This just does not seem safe. Boo, call me. Just call me. It can't be none of that. Child, please.
I assumed that both were intoxicated and didn't realize the danger they were in. If their sister had gone with her, she would have been unalived as well.
Exactly.
My heart goes out to the family of Denisha Delancey, and I offer my deep condolences during these difficult.
Lord help your people. I just don't understand. It is not for me to understand, I guess. I actually had a video from let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Philip Scott. Here we go. Because some of these things are really about people, women divesting. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that don't know about it. I didn't know about it till I got on up on this internet. So he has this one here. We remember this one, right? Lauren.
The time the police claimed it was a not old, when we say old, we think elderly, a white man that just found her, dead on the bed. The police that gave the family basically a runaround. They didn't treat them, as they should treated them whatsoever. But now the toxicology report has come out, and it actually said what she died of. And also, as people put up things on social media, things are found. Lauren said some interesting thing, one interesting thing in particular that caught definitely my attention. But let's go ahead and roll this clip so you can actually hear everything, what's being said, even what the family is saying. Let's go there.
Death of 23-year-old Lauren Smith Fields.
It was careless. There was no concern. There was no care for the family about how we felt, our grief, our pain, none of that.
The I-team obtained this police report of the response to a 911 call from Lauren's apartment on the morning of December 12th from a white male identified as Matthew LaFave.
Oh yeah, that was her apartment. She let him come back to her. Y'all, what is the problem? I forgot. She let that man come back to her place.
The investigator notes he was trembling and visibly shaken. LaFountain said they met on the dating site Bumble, began drinking shots of tequila, and Lauren became ill. That later they played some games, ate some food, and started to watch a movie. He says he carried her to her bedroom and laid her in her bed. He then laid down next to her and fell asleep. He woke up again at approximately 0630 hours, and she was laying on her right side. Blood was coming out of her right nostril onto the bed, and she was not breathing.
The whole day goes by. No police reach out to the family at all.
Her close-knit family says they went to the apartment the next day after frantically calling and texting Lauren and were referred to a Detective Cronin.
They didn't even contact us. They didn't let us know anything. It's crazy. And I'm asking what's going on. He said she met some guy on Bumble, and I'm asking about the guy. He's like, oh, he sounds like a really nice guy. He sounds like a really good guy. And he was like, I'll call you back, and just hung up in my face.
They say the detective promised to come by the apartment. Never showed up. The family says the relationship with police devolved from there. No contact from December 13th until December 29th. They returned to the apartment to clear out Lauren's belongings and claim a new detective came by to say he'd taken over the case from Detective Cronin.
Detective said he effed up, he messed up. He effed Cronin, he messed up. He didn't know what he was doing. He messed up the case.
The family says they provided evidence they'd collected to crime scene investigators who arrived for the first time that day, including a bloody sheet and a pill.
And 2 cups of like drinks or whatever next to a bottle. They didn't take none of that. We seen a condom, we seen lube, other stuff in there. They didn't take none of this.
Sources close to the investigation tell.
Oh, so they did do the wild thing. I thought that he just laid down next to her. Ain't that what he said? Yeah, put her in bed, then I laid down next to her and we both went to sleep. A lot of details sound like was missing, Cha.
The I-team, the Matthew LaFountain pictured in this social media photo, now removed, was the man at Lauren's apartment. A neighbor at his listed address in Milford confirmed LaFountain's identity, but we were unable to reach the 37-year-old who has not been accused of any wrongdoing. LaFountain's same image appeared under the name Matthew Thomas, now also taken down.
Anyone that genuinely cared and they were there, the last person there, and they know that nothing bad happened, you would at least even reach out to the family yourself. Like, listen, I know I'm sorry for your loss of your daughter or your sister.
The family's last contact.
Yeah, people be expecting a lot from other people. I mean, I guess I would expect that the fiance that came and fianced my child would come and speak to me and let me know what happened and give us all the details, but they ain't do that. I don't understand. So this strange man that they met on Bumble and then he came over, you think he gonna reach out to you? He probably didn't even know that lady's last name. Allegedly. I don't know.
Contact with police was on January 4th at headquarters with their attorney.
What I believe is that the police failed to collect and preserve that environment from the first day.
The attorney has now filed a notice of claim to sue Bridgeport for negligence, claiming key evidence was not initially submitted to the state lab.
I feel like because he's a white guy and she's a black girl, it's just almost like they just thrown it under the rug.
That night she was silent, so now we are her voice.
Well, as you can see, the guy that...
Well, there you go. But they don't be knowing about divestment. I'm telling you, they don't be knowing about no divestment.
That supposedly found her, and he didn't find anything. He's 37 years old. He's not no elderly man or anything like that. Now, as we all knew, she met this man on the app called Bumble.
Mm-hmm.
He says allegedly that, they met up, went to the crib, was drinking some tequila, played some, I guess, video games or whatever. They ate food.
It sounds like they may have done a little bit more.
And he said that he just, took her to her bedroom and he just, they went to sleep. And he woke up by 6:30 in the morning and he noticed that, there was, blood coming out her nose and she was not breathing. Now, as the toxicology report said, that she definitely had the tequila in her system, but also she had fentanyl in her system. Now, fentanyl is not something that a lot of black folks fool with. We hear a lot of folks fooling with fentanyl, not black folks. Now, I know a few black folks now, believe it or not, are lacing, their reefer with this stuff. And black folks, you keep getting around these other people that they do a whole lot more than you're going to have the same results. Fentanyl can actually take out an elephant. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that. Ain't that what Michael Jackson had in his system? Good morning, Anthony Allen. I see you, Blue. Thank you so much. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Shout out to the elephant.
Fentanyl is that powerful? What are you doing fooling with any kind of fentanyl at all, right? Fentanyl is extremely powerful. But so that was in her system. And then if you go through her Facebook page, which is still up, you're going to give you an idea of who Lauren Smith Fields was.
Was she an influencer?
And the way they're trying to portray her right now versus what she posted on her own page.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. When I was, a single man, I was dating or whatever, the first thing that I would like to see is a woman's social media page. The reason why is because this is what she put up about herself. This is what she says completely. This is her thoughts. This is her postings. So it gives you a good clue on what this woman is, just a little bit, right?
Honestly, when I first saw her, I thought it was an ABCD, but that's just me.
Right? If men would take 5 minutes to go through a woman's social media page, look at the kind of pictures she's posting, look what she's saying, who she's hanging around with, where she's kind of taking pictures at. You know what I'm saying? It gives you kind of a clue, and you can actually weed out certain women if you look at the social media posting. So as you look at her social media postings, it's not nothing that I can say is, some sort of church girl.
Not wholesome.
No, it's not that whatsoever. But a lot of them these days aren't. She's a modern female. But there was one particular post that got a lot of, brothers' attention. And I want to make sure, Brother Elvis put this picture up. So as you see here, it says Lauren Smith Fields. She posted this January 30th, 2020. One person that says, when I start dating white.
Let me tell you something. A lot of these people look very alike and similar. Very alike and similar. Okay, it was propofol. You're right. My bad. I'm telling you, some of these people's families, they don't be knowing about no damn divestment, what they be doing as they influencing out here, being influencing. It's a lot of influencing. Between the influencing and the conversations, child, my head is spinning right now.
Men, just know I tried my hardest with you coloreds. And then,
child, I'll be trying my hardest with your coloreds, but it be y'all, okay? Y'all already know.
Lauren Smith Fields said in January 30th, 2020, this me AF. Now, that's a messed up comment, Lauren. And I just, we gotta boo you on that one. Lauren, no.
No, you don't boo her on that one, on that comment, because that's what she said. That's what she meant. That's how she felt. That's who she was. There's no booing her. You want people to tell you the truth. You want people to tell you what it is. That's what it is. But these people's families, I'm telling you, don't be knowing about the internet. I'm telling you, and what they be putting out there and what they be saying and what they be telling people, and honestly, what they be doing. Come on now. They don't be talking and telling what it is that they be doing. Oh, I took this money and went over here with this dude. This dude offered to take me over here, so I went with him, blah, 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 blah. Right? There's a dude that just Flacco did a video on him. I don't forget his name. I guess he's a rapper. And he is being accused of hitting some girl on a yacht. And of course he said he didn't do it. Then of course the video came out because they was videotaping it. And he mollywopped that biatch. These are all people under 30. They're on a ship or something, not a carnival ship, but a something where they got a downstairs and there was naked girls. Like this is on Live Bites channel. They naked, and then the girls is out there in they bathing suits and they all on the high seas, probably in Miami. And allegedly he wanted to sleep with her and she said no, even though they was in the front of the boat. So I don't know where the sleeping was coming from. But then again, they was naked. Not them, but there was other people that was naked. So maybe. But she was also Breaking Bad. Like, you're not gonna tell me. But talking to the rapper, maybe he's a Kick Twitch person actually. And you know, he was probably paid for all of this. Like, what do y'all think when you go on these things that the expectation is? I just be so confused as to why, if you put yourself in some of these situations, that you don't know what it is. Yes, that's his name, Deshae Frost. Okay, content creator. All right, that's fine. He mollywopped that girl. And I'm not saying he should, because, you know, keep your hands to yourself. But she was definitely all up in his face talking greasy. You know what I mean? So you out in the middle of the ocean, y'all on this trip or on this boat, these people running around naked. What did y'all think it was about? Like, I'm gonna need people to please stop these games. You're gonna go out here and be on the internet and you want to portray this fake ass life, allegedly. You want to, you know, make it seem like everything is a soft life and you can have it too. And you biatches be falling for it. Everybody on this internet is lying. Everybody. You take it for what it is. It is entertainment for the moment. Then you move the hell on with your damn life. But for some reason, people can't do it. So you're striving to try to obtain something that person, for the most part, hasn't obtained their damn selves. It's ridiculous. KP Monroe, thank you, hon. Good morning. I love your live streams. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support and thank you for being here. You guys are the best. It's early in the morning on a Tuesday, 7:30. All right, I give it a little bit more time. So yeah, we know about this Lauren Fields girl, and I don't think that was ever solved, resolved, or anything like that. I don't believe, y'all let me know. I don't think anything ever happened. That man did not get held accountable. And they done moved on. Let me catch another one that he has. He has a whole file here. Let's see. Divestment tells the accident caused by Zaddy.
And this woman claims that Zaddy it was an accident that Zaddy did to her. It wasn't like what people saying it is. So back in 2018, this particular sister and her husband Donald were relaxing in a garden, prepared to cook food on their
child. Where do y'all be? They ain't no good looking white men. Besides the ones that are here, child, ain't no good looking white men. Lord help your people. Shout out to Snuggle.
Outdoor fire pit. Now they said Donald prepared the fire, and Tanya leaned over, and lighter fluid sprayed on her arm, face, and hair, causing her to go up in flames. Now let's hold on. How many of you have prepared barbecue before? We all know if we're using lighter fluid, where is the lighter fluid going to go? It's going to go on the charcoal. And most people aren't around anywhere. They're not leaning into anything. They're not doing that. And let's say if I'm doing something and I see my wife just hold on, back up. Let me I'm trying to work on this over here, right?
You
mean to tell me that it's an accident that the lighter fluid went on her arm, her face, and her hair?
Oh, I do remember. Oh my God. Oh shit. I forgot about this one, y'all. Child, just look at Cletus though. Ain't no way. What do you see in Cletus? What? I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but damn, look at Cletus. Goodbye. Goodbye. I don't be nowhere near no grill. You heard? I don't be nowhere near no grill. I'm a punk, okay? Child, I'm gonna be over here. Let me know if you need me. I'm not coming. Hell, you can barely get me to come over there when it's time to take the food off of the grill. Cause that flame be flaming sometimes, y'all. Like seriously. I'm a punk. I don't care.
So what was he doing? Just squirting lighter fluid everywhere?
Yeah.
We know good and well that didn't happen. Any man would know that didn't happen. Listen, y'all in the comments know exactly.
Yo, it was lighter fluid clearly being thrown everywhere. And he wasn't protecting her. Don't sound like protection to me.
Exactly what happened was Addie here, okay? So Tanya, the sister, said she's from Atlanta and said she was taken to the hospital immediately, but her burns were so severe that she was placed in a medically induced coma for 2 months. And say in that time, doctors performed extensive reparative surgeries and on her, including a full face skin graft. Now, Tanya spent a total of 6 months in the hospital. And even when she was released, she would return regularly for various surgeries. Now, Zaddy was furious at himself for the accident and stayed by her side at all times, keeping a diary for her to read and say once she was taken out of the coma. Now, say the hospital provided $2.2 million for her surgeries, but were unable to pay anymore. And Tanya had no insurance. But luckily, the staff applied for state assistance for her and managed to secure her extra funding. That's interesting to say that happened in the United States of America. In total, her surgeries have cost over $2.7 million, but she's only halfway done. Now, Tanya said, my husband and I were outside with a fire pit a week before Christmas in 2018. It got late, so I decided to go inside and get the meat to make dinner. Okay, that's what she's saying. She said that when I came back out, I reached in to put the meat on the grill. My husband was still building up the fire, but I didn't realize it. He squirted the lighter fluid, which hit my hair, my arms, and my clothes. I went up like a match.
Is that making excuses? Because, child, if you do, just say you accidentally do squirt me, okay? Hair, arm, leg, all that. I'm going to walk away from the flame. I got to go take a shower, child. Is it me?
Now, any of you who prepared a fire, the grill is not even on there. How you going to put the meat on there? And he's still preparing the fire. How? And even you squirting the lighter fluid, right? Or whatever. Normally, you tell a person, hold on, back up, because I need to light this up. Right. So you say you put the meat on there, but he just squirted lighter fluid everywhere. It still doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me at all. Now, she said after that, I was in the hospital for 6 months. They say for the first 2 months, due to pain and the fact that I had to have surgery every week, I was put in a medically induced coma. Now, she said all the skin that you see on me, none of that is my burned skin. He said that skin was too badly burned to be salvaged. He said even my face is a full skin graft. She said when she woke up, she spent a month trying to get my bearings by working, she said, with physical therapists. He said all my muscles had atrophy. Now, she continued to say I couldn't walk, I couldn't swallow. He said I couldn't even wiggle around.
Girl, that's enough. I've had enough. He got a lot over here, though. I'm trying to see if there's another one that we've heard of before. Actually, oh no, that's Lauren Smith again. Let me see who the hell this one is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start a new series on this channel, starting with this one. We're going to call this one Divestment News, episode
Kiara Anderson.
Number 1. The reason why we're going to do this is because this is just a PSA type of news segment. That's all it is. It is to protect the young girls from the propaganda from the divestment queens that will lead them to a horrible, horrible path. Now, we have one of our sisters here, Kiara Anderson. I want you to listen to what happened with Kiara here. Quite sad. And her children. Let's roll that clip.
Oh God, please don't let this end bad.
Stunned neighbors watched SWAT officers from the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office swarm the outside of a home after 911 calls alerted them to a man who may have shot his wife and children inside the home.
We have, look, there's this guy right there. He's on our sidewalk. Which gun? Guy.
The videos and other photos from neighbors show how this quiet neighborhood instantly turned into a crime scene. It wasn't until later when deputies made entry into the home that they discovered 30-year-old Jonathan Anderson, his wife, 29-year-old Kiara, and 2 sons, 5-year-old Joseph and 2-year-old Jeffrey, dead from gunshot wounds. Detectives have not released a motive behind the shooting, but say Joseph Anderson shot and killed his family before taking his own life. Neighbors tell 10 TV they did not hear or know of anything that would have led them to believe something bad was about to happen. This Applebee's in Lancaster is where Kiara used to work. Her co-workers have set up a table in her honor.
Child, that might be the problem. I mean, it is Applebee's.
The table is draped with an Army hat and flag in honor of her service to the country, as well as several photos inside a single frame. Outside her home, a growing memorial of children's balloons honors the couple's 2 children who lost their lives. As the rest of the neighborhood prepares to celebrate Christmas, one family is left to mourn the loss of 4 people and wonder why this happened and could it have been prevented. Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
So as you heard, Kiara, she was a veteran of the U.S. Army. She had 2 children with Zaddy here. Now, she ended up meeting him while she was in the military. That's how I got with him. Well, some other things came out after, this report that her sister had said that there was trouble in the house with Zaddy, okay? And Kiara...
Not trouble in the house with Zaddy.
...was getting her divorce papers together.
Oh, no, not another divorce.
The times that she was trying to get her divorce papers together, they were separated for a time, but she wanted to, trying to figure out the situation with her children and, Zaddy here, okay? So Kiara was actually ready to move on with her life and say she was happy, but that's not what Zaddy wanted, for Kiara. So as Kiara was going to leave him, Zaddy here decided to take Kiara's life and her 2 children and himself. Now, in these divestment news segments, we always will present the statement. I thought that y'all said that Zaddy don't do things like black men. And I don't know too many brothers that's sitting up here. It's rare they do. Some of them have done it, but it's rare. I don't know too many brothers that's constantly keep doing things like this. Now, if you cover in the news, in which I'm a news guy, I do that plenty, and I've done it for going on 10 years, I would tell you Zaddy has done this a lot within his community. He has. And everything you claiming that black men this and black men that, sorry. Now, if you had a couple of bad experiences with brothers, okay, I get it. I mean, not all brothers are good, but not all sisters are good either. But you don't sit up here and propagandize another group of people and thinking they're the holy grail and nothing will happen to you. You understand?
No, that's what they do. And this is the point right here, is that they do it on the internet. That's the other thing too. Most of the time, they do not do it with their family, tell their family, explain nothing about how they feel to their families. They don't. Just talk the ish on the internet. And then obviously their family knew about her because they was married or whatever. But then you try to, don't try to play your shit off to be wonderful to the rest of the world. We don't care. We ain't got to live with these people. There's people that's around here trying to just, in my opinion, like the girl, Ashlee Janae, allegedly, I don't know, allegedly, trying to pass this life off like it's a wonderful life and he's giving me everything and these coloreds don't do shit and we got it going on. How come the women's never call that shit out? They never, ever, ever call that shit out. I'm not even talking about the fact that they was with white men and that's what they, said was better and the best and all that shit. Not even talking about that. Good morning, Prime. I'm just talking about the fact that afterwards, once you hear and see what the heck it is that these people were say like, y'all, you got to stop, because that's not how you should be doing this. You go and you deal with the person that treats you right and the best. You don't do this because everyone else is doing it. You don't do this because what you allegedly see on the daggone internet. You don't do this because you just think that that person's going to be better. A man is either good or he's not, regardless of what the race is. And you need to be understanding who the hell it is that you're dealing with, and not doing crazy stuff that's going to get you into these damn situations. No one ever say that. They don't ever say none of that. Just be like, oh, white men are better. Child, a man is a man is a man, okay? A person is who they are, and that's where you figure out if they are a good person or not. They all made the same for the most part, okay? I would think. Real men, okay? This narrative is crazy. I'm telling you, these people ain't telling their family this. Who is Rochelle Anderson? Rochella Anderson.
We have another unfortunate incident with a sister by the name of Rochella Anderson. Now, this woman was dating a Zaddy, and I want you to hear exactly what happened with that situation. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
News 4 was told by the manager of the Roadway Inn that he discovered blood outside of room 333. He reviewed surveillance video and saw a man step outside the room covered with blood. The manager called police. Investigators with Allegheny County Police say Matthew Gripshaw was...
Now, black biatches, come on now. Now, black biatches, come on now. I ain't seen I'm lying. The one with Lauren Smith Fields, he aight looking. But I ain't seen the good looking white man yet. Come on now. Come on now. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? This is crazy. This is ridiculous. Thank you, boo. He said Zaddy will hide and go seek you forever and for. Oh, Lord. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Covered with blood when they arrived and tried to hide a knife. They discovered the body of his girlfriend, Rochella Anderson, under the bed. In the criminal complaint, it says she was stabbed several times and was scalped. Upon searching the room,
Scalped. Scalped. Scalped.
detectives say they found Anderson's scalp and teeth in a bathroom trash can. Grimshaw was arrested.
They said the teeth in the bathroom. Hold on.
Anderson under the bed. In the criminal complaint, it says she was stabbed several times and was scalped. Upon searching the room, detectives say they found Anderson's scalp and teeth in a bathroom trash can.
Child, I can't do this. They found her scalp and her teeth in the damn bathroom.
Grimshaw was arrested and taken to Forbes Regional Hospital to be treated for cuts, where detectives say he made several statements. The criminal complaint says this.
He was defending himself
about Grimshaw's statements, quote, didn't like murdering a woman, and he was up all night cleaning up from the barbaric act, and had to do what I had to do. Grimshaw's parents tell Pittsburgh's Action News 4 they're devastated and shaken by the events.
Can I just say that you're not taking me to a roadway inn either? Even when we had no money, child, you're not taking me to a roadway inn. That's not where we going. That's just me, though. Just had to throw that in there.
They say Grimshaw and Anderson were at their home for Christmas and were very close, but they say their son was diagnosed as bipolar at Westmoreland Behavioral Health Services 2 years ago. They also said,
wonder where he inherited that from.
He stopped taking his medication recently, but even in his sickness, they say they would never imagine their son taking another person's life.
That is one of the most heinous things I've heard happen in a while. And I just couldn't imagine, that just even happening to a sister like that. But the divestors is on here saying Zaddy, would never, lay a finger on a hair on your head. Zaddy is the best option. This is what the divestors say on the internet. But
that is true.
When you ask them, okay, well, what about Rochella here? I mean, listen, say what you want to say about brothers. And I'm not saying every brother out here is an angel, because they're not. Okay. Brothers can't even get that far to even do a whole lot of things. You call the police one time on a brother, they're taking him to jail. But when it comes to these zaddies, they're not going to go to jail like that. It takes a lot. I mean, listen to what that guy done. He not only stabbed the sister, he scalped her, cut her teeth out of her mouth. Listen, that is heinous. And then they try to backdoor and say, oh, well, because he had a mental health issue. Now, every person that got a mental health issue is not doing things like that. That is who that zaddy is as a person.
Child, look, what the heck? Let's look at this picture.
Health issue. Now, every person that got a mental health issue is not doing things like that.
I'm just so confused, y'all. I'm just so confused. There's a lot of settling going on around here. I thought nobody settled. You settling for the roadway inn. You settling for Huckleberry Finn and shit. You settling for mental disorders. You settling for fake lives. All this freaking settling to your own detriment. I'm telling you, and these parents and stuff don't know nothing about it. Let me get one more. Shout out to the Philip Scott Show. Hopefully we all follow him. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's one. Let me go to do the lady that has the bonnet on. Let's see what that's about.
They're here on this another episode of Divestment Tales. And it's a few things she's going to say that I really want to talk about, because she's the only one to say these things. But yeah, let's go ahead and roll this clip.
This is how I also further know the Black community.
Child, we have seen this lady before. Oh, Lord.
Is dealing way too much in emotion and not reasoning. I told y'all I was divesting from Black men. Gave y'all statistics over multiple videos. Multiple different Black women from all different parts of life have all congregated in all those comment sections to concur and add their 2 cents in and their experience. I am too educated. I listen to Black women. I have a reasoning brain that I can separate my emotions from. This is why I divest. Black men as a whole are failing. And rather than hold them accountable and force them to succeed at anything other than running their mouth, y'all coddle and condone their failure. Make it make sense. You want unity, but they're not unified. Get them unified.
I can really go there on the obvious. And I'm going to go there just a little bit. You're divesting by default.
Why?
You're not divesting because you choose to. You're divesting by default, meaning brothers completely threw you away. They don't want nothing to do with you. And because brothers don't want to fool with you for your nasty mouth, your attitude, and other things that we can really see on the screen, I'm not going to go no further than that.
The first watch
You're divesting by default. And I'm going to tell you something else. Brad don't want you either. Okay? Brad don't want you. Now, Brad, you get a dusty Brad. Sure, you can get a dusty Brad, but you can If you get a black man, that's all you could have got is a dusty one. Then you get a dusty Brad too. That's all you can get. You would never get no upper echelon white name.
I'll call you back.
So once again, you're divesting by default. Number two, you talk about your education. Men don't care about your education.
She sounded crazy. Let's go back for a second. Sorry, y'all. And look at these comments.
Too much in emotion and not reasoning. I told y'all I was divesting from black men.
Divest is in taking my investment away from one group to another. Nothing about this has to do with romantic relationships or my personal life.
Gave y'all statistics over.
No, I'm not going to the arms of massa. I'm married to a black woman. Girl, what?
Multiple videos.
I didn't grow up in poverty. I went to private school. My family, thanks to the men, owns land I will eventually inherit. My wife's family has land she has and will inherit. We are building our own wealth. Well, I be damn. Lucky her.
Multiple different black women from all different parts of life have all congregated in all those comment sections to concur and add their 2 cents in and their experience. I am too educated.
My educational resume is pinned to my pen.
I listen to black women. I have
as well as black children, LGBTQIA+, impoverished, etc.
a reasoning brain that I can separate my emotions from. This is why I divest. Black men as a whole are failing. And rather than from, this is why I divest. Black men as a whole are failing. And
y'all more concerned about me speaking the truth and not liberation. Okay.
Rather than hold them accountable and force them to succeed at anything other than running their mouth, y'all cobble and condone their failure. Make it make sense. You want unity, but they're not unified. Get them unified.
You know, I can really.
Child, you mad? Is that it? Oh no, is there more? Lord help your people.
See on the screen. I'm not gonna go no further than that. You're divesting by default. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Brad don't want you either. Okay?
That's why she got Susan, I guess. So she had to come out here and talk all this mad sugar honey iced tea, talking about, oh, I don't have any emotions. I'm not emotional. Girl, you sound crazy. But then these people be out here talking about, you can go date who you want. You just don't have to talk about black women. But this part always gets obscured, right? Nobody ever sees this. Child, please, these people crazy. Good luck, gentlemen. Do y'all upset? Did y'all want her back? Shout out to my fave. He said her get up air waffles throughout her. Her stand up when it gets it waffles throughout her house. Child, she sound crazy. And she look worse. Oh, I'll just get a woman. Child, I'm telling y'all, I don't give a damn if I was slapped up or something crazy, the worst divorce in the world, and no money, and got to start from the bottom over again. I am not effing a woman. I won't be interested in no woman. I wouldn't even have. Child, these people just be like, oh, I'll just be with a woman. Like, what the hell? No offense, because I see Mona's here. Hey, boo. But no, I ain't got time. I'm not gay. And even through all that, I still wouldn't be, because whatever happened with that nigga ain't got nothing to do with the next one, okay? And it most certainly ain't got shit to do with another damn biatch. Because I'm enough. You think I want to deal with somebody else? We already know that the lesbian relationships are like the worst. I understand, because women are biatches. Why do you think I don't hang around them? Imagine being in a house together and you gotta do shit together and you gotta pay bills together and you gotta build together. And this biatch want to go to St. Martin so she could hang out with some dude in the damn club, because 1 minute you're ABCD, the next minute you're not. Because if you don't know what you are by the time you get to that heifer's age, that means you just going back and forth and switching around because you ain't got nothing else better to do. Child, I cannot. This is so crazy. This is true. Women don't like each other. They have the most divorces. Even without the divorces, women don't like each other, child. Trust me when I tell you. They don't. They be lying. Just be lying. Exactly, Rose. Never, ever. No way. Child, I can barely be cool with women, let alone have a relationship, live with. Oh. Just the thought of it. Oh my God. That would be the worst relationship ever. Your emotion, my emotion. You think you're right. I think I'm right. Ain't no conversation because everybody get in their stance. You know what I mean? Yeah, nah, I'll pass. Maybe we'll come back and look at the rest of his divestment tales. Shout out to Philip Scott. And I'll keep an eye on what's going on with Ashlee. What's her name? Ashlee Janae Robinson, because it is not over, y'all. It is just beginning. I'll be back today, y'all, at 3. I'm gonna do it 3 o'clock because it'll give me about 2 hours. 2.5 hours. Then I gotta go because I got things to do tonight. Exactly. I'm not. Nope. Living in the house with my daughter and her mom was hell. I got out of there. Listen, it ain't easy. But yeah, shout out to y'all though. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's been an hour and a half. I got to log on. Y'all get to work. Don't be late. All right. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Share daggone video. Hype it if you are back. If you can. Subscribe if you are new. I see you all in the next one.